Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. Welcome back to another PokeMMO stream recap and a big day in the Lunar New Year event. How are we doing today, fellas? Today is probably going to be a shorter stream than usual. Probably only a couple hours. The big goals today are catching up on the raids. So I'm looking at Zebstrika and Stoutland. I am pet sitting today, dog sitting, so you might hear a few little barks and cries. There's a cute little pupper that'll probably make an appearance on camera today, who is currently, unfortunately, in a cone, but he's very cute. So we'll see him. We're gonna go after Zebstrika, which should be a pretty easy raid that we just spam Earthquake for, I believe. We're gonna go for Stoutland. I know that one can be a little bit more difficult with Sand Rush and stuff, and other abilities and things do factor in. And then we're also making market moves today. That's a big thing. Try to go for that ultra rare vanity as best we possibly can. I'm gonna go collect the Pokemon that we have, but the ultra rare is has been going up and stuff, boys. It's really insane. Last night, I just checked before stream started, and there was 2. There is only 1 left on the entire market. How does this happen? I've never seen this. I have never seen this in my entire PokeMMO career. I've been playing this game since 2013. 9,000 hours. I've never seen an event where there is only one ultra rare listed. I'm gonna claim my Pokeyen. I have some mysterious premieres as well selling. This might be out of my grasp, boys, and that's okay. We can always wait. If you're going for a vanity, item like this, you don't need to rush to it in the event. It's very possible it goes down after. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, buy it and then you make the price. That is wild. It is really, really genuinely wild. That is so crazy. 35 mil, boys. It keeps going up. That's insane. When they said ultra rare this event, I guess they really meant ultra rare. What are Lucky Reds at? Man, that is just crazy. That is just insane. Holy dude. Yeah, this might be the food take of the day. Someone said, yo, time for breakfast. Got to eat some pancakes. And I'm turning 27 this year. The oldest I've ever felt in my life recently. I'm gonna say now, enjoy pancakes while you can, bro. I went to an IHOP with my wife, like spontaneously at like 9 p.m. as a fun little gag with her. We were like the only people in the restaurant besides someone like there using like the outlet as like a phone charger. If you know what I mean. Like, we went to IHOP, okay, and we both just got like the unlimited pancakes or whatever, which costs like $5, which is insane, but it's like, you know, powder and shit, like flour. And we both ate like, I ate like 10 pancakes as an adult at 9 p.m. And that's when I realized, oh my god, I'm old. Like, I felt so shit. It was the first time in my life where I was like, oh my god, are pancakes just cake? Like, I kind of clicked in my brain where I was like, why do we eat this for breakfast? It's just cake with liquid sugar on top. And I like, it sounds obvious, but growing up, you just don't think about it. And it was the first time. Now, if you have like 2 pancakes with bacon and eggs and like, that's honestly, that might be fine still as an adult. As an adult, just eating 10 fucking pancakes and syrup with like butterscotch syrup and strawberry syrup. Oh my, I felt horrible. And I don't think it was the quantity. I think it was literally just, I know that sounds silly, but I think it was literally just the fact that I only ate flour and dough and sugar for a meal. Like, that's not an adult meal. and I came to that conclusion. So, unfortunate aspect of growing up, boys. Pancakes might be out the window. I'm gonna be honest. Bro, I love this arc in my chat. 5 minutes ago, Chad McDownbad said, I'm gonna bring Belly Drum Charizard to Stoutland raid. 5 minutes later, he has now said, Bellyzard has backfired. So good. There's no way it stays alive. It's a cool idea. But the problem is, like, all raids are like DPS checks, so I feel like it's impossible to stay alive to actually get a Belly Drum off and then get off damage. But I respect the attempt. I respect the bravery. Someone said, Pat, can you show your Breloom's IVs? People ask me this question a ton, and I love showing my Catching Breloom's IVs. This is a Catching Breloom, okay, keep in mind, that I've used for years successfully, and it's helped me catch like hundreds of alpha Pokemon, and it gets the job done every time. It is not good. It is 20 plus attack, 20 plus speed, 1 defense IV, like it's EV trained, like randomly 31 Spadef, which does not matter. It's hasty nature, which is not good, especially with the 1 defense. Like this, you don't need. And now I think you should invest in a decent. You're gonna be using a catching. I honestly should get a new one. Like I've used this since 2021, but it just works. Investing in a good catching Breloom is probably good. You're gonna use it for like years and years and years, but you don't need one as well. I think it's like another like important thing to factor in. IVs on Pokemon are overrated in PokeMMO. They super are. You don't need them. Nature is much more beneficial, I will say. 10% makes a big difference versus a lot of IV changes. So if I were to recommend you, stats on a catching Breloom or a Shroomish, you should try to go for 20 plus in all the defenses if possible, but like you would essentially go 520 plus. If I were looking for a catching Shroomish / Breloom right now, what I would do personally is I would do 20 plus in all of these stats and then look for nature. You do want nature. Nature is really important. So honestly, this one, lonely or naughty, you'd probably go naughty. I feel like the Spadef is less important. The defense is kind of nice. Yeah, honestly, like all 3 of these for like 10, 13k a piece. They all have to be EV trained and XP trained. And that's the nightmare with Breloom, I will say. Getting a Breloom to level 100 is a absolute nightmare, which is why it's so expensive. As you can see, Brelooms take 1.6 million XP to get to level 100, which is about 60% more than the average. The average Pokemon only needs 1 million XP. So Breloom is essentially leveling like a Pokemon to a level 180, or like one in a half, or 1 in a sixth out of a 6 is not a 1 in 6 out of 10. I don't know. Terrible math at 8 a.m. But you get the gist. Catching or leveling Breloom is really tough. It takes a very long time. It's very time consuming. This is a good question. What do you think the tablets will give us? Historically, this person's kind of drippy. Historically, tablets have given us, from like the one other time we've had them, I believe, of a unique vanity. I think last year it was the Dragon Zodiac outfit, if I'm not mistaken, or like Zodiac Dragon outfit. A lot of people are expecting a Zodiac Snake outfit for Year of the Snake, as opposed to the Dragon. This is a pretty cool like vanity from previous years, like up to like 4.3 mil now, which is honestly like a really nice held value for that grind. The swarm grind this year does seem like pretty fast, I'd say. I think we calced it and it's about like 10 hours or so to do all the swarms, which can very easily be like done over 15 days, like 1 hour a day, like really generously. So it should be pretty achievable for all types of players. Especially like I heard people in my chat, there are people saying like, yeah, they're like farming all the swarms like when they're active, because swarms are very like rotational right now. So it seems like 1 to 3 swarms will happen within like a 15-minute period, and then they'll kind of stop for a little bit, for like 40 minutes at times. I've seen a lot of people saying they're like catching all the swarms and then like playing Marvel Rivals or something like that. So I feel like swarms are like the best go-to activity in this event for most players, in my opinion, which is something I've been trying to say a lot. Great question. Dude, I'm seeing so much like positive feedback on solo queue. I'm like really happy to hear a lot of people are having much better experiences with solo queue raids. So like I've had multiple say that they improved the AI. So apparently if someone leaves the fight, it's much easier to still complete the fight, which is one of the biggest problems from before. I barely found this game 3 weeks ago, so can only speak from a new player's perspective, but solo queue has been fine for me. Yeah, that's a massive step up compared to, previous events. Solo queue is like not something I'd ever recommend players do. I usually say like go to a Discord and find a group of people before, like just don't even solo queue. It's that bad, but maybe it's getting better. Wait, before we do our Stoutland raid, who is this? I'm the dog master. I'm looking for the dogs. If everyone, I'll give you a special reward. So apparently, yeah, we know of these. I've heard of these. There are apparently certain trainers next to certain raid things for the tablets, but they don't work yet, which just further confirms that Zodiac tablets don't do anything yet. We have to wait until all 12 raids are done before they're active. Bro, I totally forgot about this. I'm over here struggling for Pokeyen. I haven't even claimed my Shiny War prize. This is from winning my team. I didn't even get a single shiny, is why I don't even feel like I deserve it, bro. I hunted for 16 hours a day, did not get a single shiny, but I did get, I spent like, I think I spent like I don't even know, a ridiculous amount of Pokeyen. I have to go ahead and recalc at some point. A ridiculous amount of yen doing Shiny Wars. But you know what, boys? We get 1.7 back, okay? Huge, absolutely insane money. Thank you, Auk. Actually, a victorious Shiny Wars. Rare Patrouski W. This is a great question, which allows me to bring up a piece of content that I never get to talk about very much, which is the instance info. Someone said, hey, Pat, I have a question regarding the red rerun. It resets every week, but when? And do I have to beat the E4 again before I'm able to bonk red again? You don't have to, those are not intertwined. You don't have to beat the E4 one, but you can actually check over in the menu over here, there's a thing called instance info, which I never need to use for anything, but you can literally just check when your red refight is ready to be refought. You can see the cooldown here. You can see the Hoa refight, the Heatran raid, all the E4s. You can just see all of your cooldowns for all of those big ones. You don't see Jimmy runs or trainer runs because it's like 20 different people as opposed to just one thing like the Elite Four is, the Hoa. So this is a really cool underutilized little tool in the game itself. Great question. Yeah, damn, legendary lures are only 30k. Legendary lures might actually reach a point where maybe they are worth using. Right now, I would bet they're still too expensive, which is crazy at this price. But it might happen, you know? And if you want to pop legendary lures for fun, obviously go for it. You know, if it's like you're paying Pokeyen for entertainment, they're not really efficient right now, from my understanding. They might get there. I could recalc, honestly. They might get there. So, how many steps are expert lures? I know that you use 10 expert lures per hour. So it ends up being 2,500-ish steps. So legendary lures are 300 steps per lure. So let's just guesstimate and say you use 10 expert lures. Let's say you use like 8 legendary lures. Okay, let's do the math on that. So if you use 8 legendary lures an hour, 30,000 times 8, it's still going to cost you 240k an hour, which is pretty fucking expensive. However, it increases your chance of fighting a legendary by 30%. So if we assume the legendary rate is 1 out of 5k, which we don't know. There are extra benefits, that's true, like the 8% increased lore exclusive as opposed to 5% and plus 15% encounters. There are things like that to consider for sure. I want to factor in just like the main benefit, which is the legendary hunting. So 240k an hour is the cost. How much time do you save is the next question. If you save 30% of, usually a legendary hunt is around 17 hours is the normal number that I calculate at, like 17 to 18 to like, we can even do 20-ish, like 250 encounters per hour. It's probably about right for the average player. They're probably not doing 300 encounters per hour. So I don't do that many. That's like really, really efficient, like really, really good clicking. When I'm like Twitch chatting, like watching Twitch chat stuff, I'm not hunting very efficiently, right? So let's assume the legendary hunt is 20 hours, right? What is 30% of 20? You save 6 hours. So let's say 14 hours. You take the hunt from 20 hours to 14. 14 hours times 240k. So with legendary lures costing 30k a piece, it would currently cost you 3,360,000 Pokeyen to save 6 hours. So that's, you're paying 560k per hour saved. So theoretically, if you could make more than 560k Pokeyen consistently, more than that per hour, it kind of is worth it for the time save, but I don't think most players are doing that. Like maybe if you're a very good flipper or a very good, very like top 1% flippers and top 1% like breeding for profits, you probably could pop them somewhat efficiently, but that's, it's still to this day, I'm glad we do the recalc it every now and again to see. Still at that price, I would not recommend using legendary lures. They are just so expensive for the average player. It's not worth wasting your Pokeyen like that, in my opinion. Yo, that is so fucked up, but I think you're 100% right. Someone in chat, Millionace, said that Monferno kind of looks like a clown. Kind of, yeah, you're kind of right. The red nose, the like makeup, his face looks like a Digimon. It's kind of weird. I noticed that when I'm breeding for profit yesterday, I kind of noticed this. Monferno looks way stranger than I've ever noticed looking up close at him. Alrighty, fellas. This Monferno catch is going to be my last one of the day. The wife is home, so we're going to call it here. Just a shorter stream today to hop on. We caught up on raids, which is super nice. We did some swarms. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow the Twitch for streams like this one whenever possible during events, but usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. I'm ending stream before I would normally start. It's 11 a.m., which is hilarious. Just have fun. Play the event. Enjoy yourself. Play PokeMMO. Events are a really special time in PokeMMO. You know, you can't experience them other than during the event, so take advantage of it while you can. Have a great day. Have fun. Play games you enjoy. And peace, Reno, fellas. Hey, thank you so very much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me. And if your name is listed here, you're the reason I'm able to do this in the first place by going above and beyond and supporting the channel via YouTube memberships and Twitch Primes. Thank you so much. Have a great day.